What's going on? My name is Mitch Mahaffey, your favorite redheaded realtor, and I am super excited about today's video because we're going to be giving you guys a virtual tour of the Central Park neighborhood here in Denver, Colorado. Now, this neighborhood is one of the newer neighborhoods in Denver, and I am super excited to show you what it's all about. We're going to talk about where it's at, what type of house you can buy, what the pricing's like, what there is to do in the neighborhood, and more. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video. And hey, real quick before we get too far into the video, as a reminder, I am a licensed broker here in the state of Colorado, and I would love the opportunity to help you out when it comes time to buy or sell a home here. Feel free, give me a call, shoot me a text at the number that you're seeing on the screen, and I'll be happy to help you out in any way that I can. Now, let's dive into today's video. All right, so I wanted to give you guys kind of an inside look at what type of homes are available in the neighborhood, what the finish qualities are like, and everything like that. So I'm currently standing inside the model home that Brookfield has presented. Brookfield is building a couple different collections here, and I believe a couple other more higher end luxury builders like David Weekley and such are also in the neighborhood developing. But check this place out. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful kitchen. Of course, 42-inch cabinets. I love this island. I said it in the last video. I love the center of the room islands with the sinks in them. I mean, you've got eating space on this island, space for a full-size dining room table, your seating area. Check out this glass wall though. I mean, this is huge. There's tons and tons and tons of natural lighting in this home. This is, of course, a model home, so it is available to be built, but just showcasing some of the finishes and options that you have when buying in this neighborhood. Now, check this out. Tons and tons of countertop space. I love the gas cooktop with a standalone range, not that, cooktop or oven with the microwave. Just way nicer. Makes it feel like a more higher end kitchen, which is good because that's exactly what we're standing in. The average price point in this neighborhood, we're gonna be mid sevens all the way up to 8 to $1 million plus, depending on how you finish it out and what the builds are. So that's the main floor. I mean, we're walking, here are the stairs, beautiful open staircase, office right here with its own private entrance to the patio right here. I just think that's so sweet. So let's head upstairs. All right, so now we are upstairs in this model home. Looks like there are 3 bedrooms upstairs. These are the secondary bedrooms that we're in. They are split by a Jack and Jill bath, which is super cool. This is bedroom 1 here upstairs. So this is the Jack and Jill bath. It looks like a really nice LVP flooring, single vanity, neither here nor there. I mean, nice, beautiful quartz countertops in the secondary bathroom up here, which is a nice touch. Toilet, sink, shower combo. Back here is the other bedroom upstairs. These are pretty good size. I mean, as far as like extra space, if you have kids or want to turn it into an office or anything like that, plenty of space to do so. Plus, check out this view. And of course, the model home is going to be oriented differently than building this floor plan, but check this out. This is a sweet view of the side yard patio space that this home comes with. Now, I've said it once and I will say it again. I am so glad that this is finally becoming the trend here in Colorado. Having the laundry room, the washer and dryer on the same floor as all of the bedrooms. Love that. So glad that that's finally making an appearance. All right, now here we are in the primary suite. I gotta say, I'm super impressed with it. Now, one thing to point out, this home isn't square or rectangular. It's kind of like this oblong shape, and we've got some curves in the walls, and you'll see that continued on into the primary suite here. Now, let's take a look at it. All right, so in the primary here, we are continuing the trend of these 10-foot ceilings that are throughout the entire home, main floor, upstairs as well. I mean, you can see, this is a huge mirror. It's kind of hard to tell in the video, but this mirror is absolutely massive, and there is tons of space around it. This is a king-size bed, and you can see just how much space is on both sides. Now, moving into the ensuite bath, beautiful tile flooring, dual vanity. Love this shower. I think they did an amazing job, and it's got the rainfall head like that. Another great touch about this ensuite bath is it does have a wife-sized closet. So men, of course, you know, you've got a door here. They call it a linen closet, but let's be honest, everybody knows this is the men's closet. Wives, women, here's your closet. Tons and tons and tons of space in here. It's really hard to do this justice with the video, but I think this is phenomenal. This is an excellent, excellent representation of what's available in this neighborhood. I think it'd be really, really hard to go wrong with this build or with this neighborhood as a whole. And poof, just like that, we are now in the basement. Check this basement out. This is quite an amazing use of the space down here. And it's really cool to see that they're offering finished basements in the neighborhood, because not a lot of builders are doing that anymore. Even in this higher end range, a lot of houses here are starting to be built on crawl spaces. So it's super nice to see this. Out here in the main living space of the basement, of course, you have tons of space for couches, TVs, home theater systems, sound systems, a stunning wet bar area. I mean, you can just see what you can do with the space down here. Beverage freezer, beverage fridge, small sink, tons and tons of space. I mean, this space would be fantastic for entertaining and such. Now, down the hallway here, we do have this door on the left is going to be some unfinished storage space. Right here is going to be that understair storage. We do have our 4th bedroom and another bathroom down here as well. And of course, it is just as beautiful as all of the other ones. All right, so this was an inside look at what type of house, you know, the quality of finishes, sizes, everything like that you can get in the neighborhood. Now, let's go take a look at the neighborhood itself. All right, it's just too beautiful of a day to pass up going outside and giving you guys a first-hand look of what this neighborhood is like. So we are actually sitting on a picnic table in the Central Park community. Want to go over, you know, where the neighborhood's at, what there is to offer, and a couple other things like that. So Central Park is actually a 80-acre park. It's the 3rd largest park within Denver proper city boundaries. And of course, the surrounding neighborhood where we're at was named after it, rightfully so. The park itself is over 80 acres. It's absolutely huge of outdoor space, walking trails, dog parks, playground equipment. Right across the street, and I'll cut to it here in just a second, there is a community pool with water slides. I mean, if I was a kid, I would be all over that. Now, the neighborhood itself sits on the border of Denver and Aurora, and in fact, depending on where you're at, you can either have an Aurora address or a Denver address here. Now, the majority of the neighborhood and where we are at currently is within Denver city limits. It's super, super cool. And I got to say, you know, I'm getting ahead of myself here because I'm so excited about this neighborhood, because for the most part, Colorado architecture and Colorado real estate just, for lack of a better term, it kind of sucks. All of the houses look the same all the time, no matter where you're at. I mean, Aurora, Broomfield, Brighton, Thornton. Most of Colorado is being developed by some pretty big name builders, and I'm not going to name them. But that just makes all of the neighborhoods look the same. And it is such a breath of fresh air coming through this neighborhood that these are non-traditional style housing. I mean, you saw in some of the footage a little bit ago as we were driving through, and I'm even going to go for a little walk here to show you guys a little bit more of what the neighborhood has. Each house is unique. They're not common designs here for Colorado. There are some popular trends, like across from me here, there's a modern farmhouse style house. There's some Cape Cod looking houses, which are really cool. You don't see a lot of those. There's a lot of just more unique designs, and I'm so excited about it. It is so cool because it looks different and it adds character to a state and cities that otherwise really just kind of look like suburbia. You know, when you think suburbia, most of Metro Denver is kind of what at least I picture, and having lived here my whole life. So it is super cool to come to a neighborhood and see a bunch of different styled housing. I mean, indoor, outdoor spaces, surprisingly large lots for Denver. Now, of course, Because we are in Denver, these houses are going to have the Denver price points. The one we were just in the model, that's Brookfield. That model starts at around $730. There are some builders here that their models start at the $1 million price range. So this is definitely a higher end neighborhood, definitely a luxury neighborhood, but definitely one worth considering if you want to be in Denver and just don't want to live downtown. We're only about 20 minutes away from downtown Denver right now. We're about 5 minutes away from the Northfield shopping mall, which has all of your major outlets, all of your major stores, grocery stores, restaurants, movie theaters, everything like that that you could want. So you maintain a Denver address while still being close to everything you can need. Plus, we're about, I would say, 5-10 minutes away from Dick's Sporting Goods Park, which is where the Colorado Rapids play in. Even if you're not a soccer fan, they put on a good show, and it is a lot of fun to go. So it's definitely worth checking out if you're ever in the area, or if you do call this neighborhood home. It's definitely worth it. Now, let's go for a walk. I'll show you what the neighborhood looks like. Okay, so you can see we are outside here on one of the walking trails in the neighborhood, and here's some of the houses I was telling you about. And when I was just talking, there's that modern farmhouse style that I mentioned previously. So what's really cool about Central Park as a whole is this is the largest residential neighborhood within Denver city limits. So much so that it is broken down into 12 different sub-neighborhoods that have 50 parks, 11 schools, multiple different business and shopping districts within the neighborhood itself. Of course, tons of pools, and there's also tons of pools and parks is what I was trying to say there. And of course, there is also Denver Public Library and Denver Rec Center all within this monstrosity of a community. I mean, words cannot accurately describe how big this neighborhood is. So I'll give you a panning shot of where I'm at. So this is, I am on kind of the southern side of the neighborhood right now. We're gonna work our way back towards the way we came over by the Brookfield house I walked you through, but let's keep going. All right, so we are still walking through the neighborhood here. I mean, look at some of these houses are absolutely beautiful. This is the North Commons Lawn Park that we are heading to now. So let's recap. On the east side, we have single families, true townhomes, row homes, and duplexes being built. Our builders over there are Brookfield Residential and David Weekley from what I saw. Prices, again, range from the super high fives, really. With how long it's been in development, I'd be shocked. So let's call it sixes all the way up to the eights, probably getting pretty close to the nines for those projects over there. Now behind us, we have some more super high-end builders like Boulder Creek Homes, Boulder Valley Creek Homes, Infinity, which if you watched the Castle Rock video, you'll recognize, if you've seen them before, some Infinity homes. They are absolutely massive, absolutely stunning. This side of the neighborhood that is behind me is where we get into that upper echelon of price. Models starting base prices, mid eights, low nines, with some builders starting in the $1 million+ range. So definitely a high-end neighborhood. That's where it's at. And this is the west side of the neighborhood. In front of us here is the east side where we were just at. So here is a quick shot of the North Lawn Park. And again, to recap where we are location-wise, we are on the easternmost residential neighborhood within Denver, right off of I-70 that runs east-west through all of Colorado. We're only about 21 minutes away from Denver International Airport here, 5 to 10 away from the Northfield Shopping Center. So of course, mall, restaurants, shops, movie theaters, everything like that, and about 21 minutes away from Denver International Airport. So for locals watching the video, you'll know we're pretty far east out here, but just want to give you a better idea of where we're at. All right, you guys, so that's going to wrap up my talking portion of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Once again, my name is Mitch Mahaffey, your favorite redheaded realtor. If you are looking to buy or sell a home here in Colorado, give me a call or text at the number that you see on the screen. I'll be happy to help you out in any way that I can. Now, I'm going to cut to some more footage of the neighborhood. Sit back, relax. I'll see you guys in the next one.